Oh, man. We're back. We're back at it, guys. We're here. And I'm here with you guys because we got a call-in show coming, man. Feeling real at home, There are times when you need someone. I will be by your side. Ooh. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy, the coach. Welcome back to the Coaches Huddle, where the field becomes family. And I say those words because I mean them. Family, looking out for one another, right? Football is just an excuse while we're here. But at the end of the day, we connect, we look out for one another, and we're here to share a common goal. I'm going to get right into it. I'm not going to talk too much about what's happening. We know we got the Bucks coming up. I already got a caller waiting in the box. I'm going to honor him being on time and being here. So we're going to get it here and get it right going with Rocky Mount Razorback. And just talk to me, man. Let's get the show started.
How's it going, bro?
What's going on, brother? How are you, man?
Dude, I'm doing good. I've never actually called into your show, so I had to say what's up, And I wanted to say I've been watching the game previews or the live streams that you're doing during the games. I like that. You're doing good with that, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, those are hot. I'm liking those a lot. But now that we got the nice shit out of the way, I wanted to get into it a little bit with you. So
let's go.
So what do you think? Just like looking forward, from the bye week on, where are we going to be at, bro? Do you think that this is a team that can win a playoff game and sneak its way into, contending? Or do you think that the McCaffrey thing don't really make it, a bit of difference?
Well, it shakes things up. Everything's week to week, right? One of the things that we're slaves of doing, and myself as well, is like forecasting, looking ahead as if everything's going to be like a still picture. But it's a living and breathing situation, brother. Like week by week, literally day by day. There was a time where I was under the assumption that Christian McCaffrey was just not coming back. He's going to Germany. Like, what are we doing? There's no way we can expect him back. I don't think I'd be off base with anybody else agreeing with me. But listen, it's a human element, right? Not only is he one of the best players that they have, but I've played and I've coached around really good guys. I was in high school with the number one running back in the nation at the time. I was in college with Ahmad Bradshaw when he was leading the nation at rush. So I've been around tip of the spear guys. It matters. They're all going to play differently with him on the field. We got to see how much that actually counts, what that counts for. But if Kyle can figure out a cadence and a frequency of pacing Christian out and actually kind of accentuating what he brings, but adding it to what's already there and kind of bringing up everybody, rising the whole floor instead of just using Christian to pull everybody along. Anything can happen, man. Anything. And for me, I know that this sounds cliche, but technically you can really look at it. The season's 0-0, right? We finished off the season 400. For better or for worse, we can look at the games that we lost versus the games we can win and try to do all of this. We haven't lost to a team that's winning, right? Or we haven't beat a tough team. Some of the teams that we thought were tough coming up, they're not so tough anymore. Tampa looked like it was going to be a dogfight until they lost Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, right? So we pretty much, I don't want to say the worst has happened to us, but I mean, Christ. We lost BA for the season. We didn't start the season with CMC. Trent didn't have a training camp, had to get him going. We don't even know what Yatar Bruce Matos looks like. He's been gone the entire year. Javon Hargrave's gone. It's been musical chairs at the safety position and at that other linebacker spot with Devondre Campbell. I mean, if you really want to go glass half full, you can look at the Niners and say, we really haven't found our footing. We really just haven't been, I could see, hey, you guys came out here with your best effort and you got smacked. That's not what's been happening this season. You know, for better or for worse, we can own, hey, maybe some of these things were their fault. They have some self-inflicted injuries. I mean, it's self-inflicted wounds, right? Hey, the contract stuff didn't help, right? Not having camp didn't help, right? Kyle getting out coached in certain games, not understanding that certain players can't do things during games didn't help. We can go through all of those things. I'm looking at my dog right now, Hannibal. No.
What up, Hannibal? You better act right, boy.
I know he over because he know I'm online right now. I'm over here snatching stuff. I'm like, boy, you wild.
But I want to get in. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go.
I wanted to get in because the tip of the spear thing is right, and I've played on many different sports, a lot of different teams, and when you have that top guy, the level does raise. People want to come rise to the occasion, right? When you got your leader there, it makes it a little bit easier for that to happen. But are we looking at a team that has not rise to the occasion yet because we're missing a couple leaders, Greenlaw and McCaffrey, or are we looking at a team that has deep fundamental issues that we have not been able to overcome, and they're now starting to actually bite us in the ass in a big way during the season instead of just coming in to play during championship games in the Super Bowl? You mentioned the coaching. We got out-coached bad multiple times this year. We're talking about, of course, Andy Reid, right? That guy just has our freaking number. But also we look at Minnesota, and Minnesota is a good team, but they don't look like they're necessarily the world beaters that we thought they could be, right? These are things that have popped up in the past as well when we go look at our games against Stefanski last year. And then we look at, the Browns team last year, and we got out-coached against them. So I'm just saying, I think it's a lot of things just coming to a head that we have just not approached good as an organization. I was watching, this is a few weeks back, we were playing Arizona, and they hit a few of those read option plays with Kyler, which is what they do, right? They hit those plays. But that's something that's bit us in the ass multiple times. We can look at the Super Bowl with Bosa doing the exact same thing. You don't put the hit on Mahomes. You go to try to make a tackle in the backfield against the back, and Mahomes goes for 30 yards, and that's, we go to overtime and lose, right? And then we look at, and then the very next week, right, I'm watching Green Bay play Arizona. They try to hit that same play, and they have it schemed up perfectly on their defense. The linebacker is there, and he takes Kyler, right? But why do we get burnt on so many things over and over, year after year after year? You know what I mean, man? And it's just I
feel like one of the things that we see are styles make fights, and for me, I'm not in the armed forces, never would claim to have any type of stolen valor whatsoever. But I have a lot of close family members, and one of my best friends is been on multiple tours, kind of badass 10 mile foot walking dude. And one of the things that I've talked to a lot of my buddies from military school about is dude, when you're in this shit, what's it like? When you touch down, I want to know about firefights, that stuff. I don't want to, I don't want you in here clutching the spoon at my throat, but just tell me, what is it like when you first step foot in Fallujah? When hey, do you get ready? And there's just no, literally when you get on the plane, it's wartime. You're not even waiting to get there. When you board and you leave America, you already know, hey. And fear keeps you alive. Self-awareness keeps you alive. And understanding literally every advantage that you can have in the field keeps you alive. And you can't go into the field with your main primary and your sidearm and not know that you got to use your frag or you got to use your gas, or your torch may get you out of there in one day. You never know. You may get stripped down, fall off of a cliff, and the only thing you got is your compass, right? And so it's every piece of equipment matters along the way to keep you alive and your battle buddy and your boys around you alive. And for me, once you notice that you're not on the offensive and you're kind of behind enemy lines as a team, that's the mindset you have to have. No stone left unturned. We can't just go into a game giving our best stuff, thinking that we're going to nonchalantly teams are going to lay down to us. No, you got to use Isaac Grindo. we got to use Jordan Mason. We got to find a role for Jacob Cowing, not because he's too young and he may not have. No. It's imperative that we find a role for him, right? So my biggest thing with the guys coming into this second half of the season is I'm very interested to see, are they kind of like, for lack of a better term, back to 49ers football? Or are they kind of like, do they have an awareness about themselves? Like, nope, we're starting fast. None of this starting slow shit. Hey, fourth and whatever, we're kicking. We're taking the points. We're moving forward. Like, if you start to see them taking every facet of what the game gives you, that's something that, for me, that makes us dangerous, right? Because we never played like that. Imagine the weapons that we have, right? We may not have the depth, and we may not be far and away the most talented team in the league like we've been in years past. But for a team that has their back against the wall, we're dangerous. We got some weapons, man. And if we could use that to our advantage, we could really be the thorn that teams don't want to play. It's like, dude, nobody wants to play the Niners right now, bro. They found a way there in that running game. They're going to play 60-minute football. Then you know they got enough on defense to make it dangerous. They're getting all of these turnovers, and that's what you want to do. We can't fight these guys out in the open field. We got to grab them by the belt buckle, snatch them in close, and make it dirty. That's the mode of attack that I want to see from them. No more of this cute shit. It's not going to work, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think we've seen too much of it already. I think we've seen times where they try to go pass instead of run when we are imposing our will. And I don't know. I guess I just have such a grim outlook on what this team is actually going to end up being when it's all said and done. Because when we get into the later stages and if we can make a playoff run, it looks like it's wide open right now in our division, so we could definitely make a little run. But once we have to go against the Detroits and some of these better outfits, man, they're loaded, dude. Like they got the coaching staff that's making the right calls, and they've got the team with the depth. What we're looking at is us suffering by trying to hold on too much. I think I think the lack of the first round picks, right? We haven't hit on a first round pick in years. The lack of those, we traded the house to get Trey, which didn't work out. Holding on to older players when we should have maybe let them walk. Even though it hurts, I don't want to. Like, I got Debo jerseys, I got Kittle jerseys. I don't want to let those dudes walk. I got $100 investment.
Right.
Jokingly, but like you gotta get better or you're getting worse, dude. You know what I mean? And getting older is getting worse. And then I look back and I see that we lost, Adam Peters, and Adam Peters is instrumental on building the Broncos Super Bowl, for Super Bowl 50. And and look at what we were doing when we had him. Now he's gone. Brand's gone. Like, we've lost a lot of pieces. And like we lost for better or worse, the defensive coordinator last year, I thought he was doing a good job. A lot of people were shitting on him, but whatever. And then, we lose Saleh, we lose, dude over there with the Texans right now. And then we lose Mike McDaniels. Like, it's just so much loss that we're going to need a year or two, I think, before, we're going to be top of the league again, and what sucks is that we see that there is a, dynasty out there in Kansas City. And what happens, like, Bill Belichick got tons of people fired, and so is that going to be eventually our fate as well? As, are we going to end up losing this, organization essentially, right, to a dynasty that's, over there in the AFC West, it seems like it's almost time to kind of look towards the rebuild and look towards new pieces and maybe even new coaches. And maybe that's just a pessimistic view, but I don't know, man.
No, I don't see it at all. Before I get you out of here, I just want to answer that. Like, hey, look, I don't know if the fans can stomach like a transition year. Is basically, as I feel like is what you're trying to convey, like some transition. Like, hey, we're not necessarily going for the Super Bowl. We're hopeful, but right now we're about retooling, regrouping.
And they did make a trade. That's going to show you what they think a little bit.
Well, that's okay. Well, I'll counter with this. They tried to make a trade. They tried to get that D tackle out of Tennessee. There's a report that they offered a first and a fifth for him. Right now, in my opinion, I'd like to believe that that's not the Niners because it's not confirmed that it was the Niners. But in my opinion, right now, what's kind of saving us isn't the health, isn't the bye. You know what's really saving us? Our draft. The young guys, the people that are playing right now. Like, I shudder to think what the offensive line will look like without a Dominic Cooney this year. Right? Yeah. Like, I'm telling you. So for me, they're kind of already doing it in front of us, right? There's a transition already. We got another full boat and a full slate of picks to come in next year. I'm excited for that. And honestly, as long I speak to holding standard. I rarely talk about Super Bowl, right? Because once you get to that level, it's a crapshoot anyway, right? But for me, standard. We need to make the playoffs. We need to win our division. We make the playoffs, we win our division with what it seems like us transitioning and all of the shit that's happened this year. I will be over the moon with this season. But I don't think a lot of fans have the stomach to hear that. They want Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. We're not going for the Super Bowl. What are we doing? But there's got to be a little bit of a pragmatic tilt on this where it's like, hey, we've been beating at this thing for a long ass time, bro. These guys are getting older and we've had some mishaps along the way that are kind of showing themselves right now. We need youth. We got to take a break. And right now you kind of risk blowing the whole thing up by keeping this Super Bowl thing going if you don't kind of take a step back so you can rejuvenate. So that's a real conversation that I don't think is floating around right now with fans because it's the middle of the season and nobody wants to hear about that. But right. I feel like that's the most realistic way this season would turn out. And I would be happy if we made the playoffs, won our division. Once we get to the playoffs, hey, we're a veteran team. We've been there before. Anything can happen, right? I'll be happy with that. Then we'll talk about how that bears out once it happens. But for me, hold the standard. Win your division, get to the playoffs. And all of the stuff that we talk about is happening because they've been losing. If they made the playoffs and beat the division, all of that stuff would have to be flipped as triumph. Look at what you went through and still got this done. So I like to keep the main thing, right? Let's see what they can do just to hold standard first. Then we can see what the Super Bowl is about.
Sure. I appreciate you having me on, man. That was a great answer.
No problem.
Love the show. Hey, but don't forget, this is the standard right here, baby. 5-time Super Bowl champs, dog.
Always.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, maybe we don't do it this year, but we need to be back into it next year then for sure. You know,
hey, man, love the call, man. Call me back again, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Callie, you ready for me?
Yes, sir, Ski.
What up, now?
What's going on, Coach? Man,
dog, what's going on?
I've been waiting for the call in, man. Seriously, I look forward to the call in, Coach. I mean, I gotta give you your flowers, brother. You are doing a tremendous job. And Niner organization, if y'all listening, please get this man on the squad. The breakdown of the offensive line, I'm still looking at it. That was, I don't even know how long ago that was. But seriously, you deserve your flowers when it comes to the offensive line. But when it comes to Nick Bosa, though, man, you are still on opposite sides of the field.
Here you go. Come on, start with it. Here you go.
Hey,
come on.
Well, because the last speaker just illustrated what I've been alluding to forever. Every time we face a mobile quarterback, we cannot contain the edge at all, and we get burned. So I just need Nick Bosa, that's getting paid so much money, contain the edge. At the end of the day, what we need is a dub. If you don't get a sack and we get a dub, I'm happy. But if you get a sack and we lose, I'm sorry. I just need you to contain the edge, right? So with Baker Mayfield this Sunday, I'm not really I'm not afraid of his legs, right? He doesn't seem to me to be that mobile of a quarterback, but still, you know, he's got enough juice to get around. And I just need Nick Bosa to just contain the edge and allow the DT to do his job.
Hey, man, look, I'm going to tell you this right now. Baker Mayfield is the 2, 4, 6. He's the 8th top rusher in their on their team right now. He's got 33 attempts for 189 yards right now, bro. Hey, one thing I will say about Baker, I don't fear his legs as in like athleticism is concerned, right? Like if he gets out on the edge, it's not like, Baker, what are we going to do? It's never that. But for me, I think that Baker is scrappy. he knows when to run. And for some reason, all the yards he gets are tough yards. So, yeah, I'm not afraid of Baker in the open field. I get that, right? It's not like he's going to like kill us. But when he runs, they need it. And if there's tough yards to get, he's not afraid to go get them. And another thing about Baker is he is the leader of that offense, hands down, right? So, you know, I think that that's something to pay attention to, in my opinion.
I agree with you 100%. Definitely, we have to. I mean, you got to pay attention to all facets. But if I was to ask you a question, what do you think is going to be the deciding factor for this game? If you were Kyle Shanahan, how would you approach the play book or the scheme going into this from an offensive? Because I truly don't believe it's our defense that's an issue all year. If I had to pick something, I would say it's the offense. So how are you going into this game if you were the head coach?
Let me tell you this right now. Run the ball. Dude,
let's go.
We got to run the ball against these guys, honestly. And you got to keep it simple, stupid. KISS. Their opponent rushing percentage per play, they rank 6th in the league right now. So basically, people love to run the ball on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're 28th ranked in the league in opponents' rushing yards per play at 4.9 clips a carry. All right, that's 4.9 yards a carry, man. These dudes get ran on. They're 19th in the league and giving up 130 rushing yards a game. And then on top of it, for effect, opponents' yards per game, they're 30th in the league at giving up 366 yards a game, bro. They give up points, they give them up on the ground, and they give them up often. You got to run the ball, all right? Even for context, that's just numbers, all right, which is cool. But let's just go ahead and mosey on over to actual people on the field, right? Let's get granular with it. All right, so you're looking at Joe Tyron Shayinka, their edge rusher, number 9, 6'5", 259 pounds. He's got a 49.4 defensive grade and a 52.5 run grade on PFF, all right? This kid he's a mark. You know what I'm saying?
He's trash. He's dog face ugly.
Bro? You know what I'm saying? You look at the inside, Vita Vea is class personified, so you can't disrespect there. He's a dog, mountain of a man, right? But right next to him, you got Khalija Kancey, and he's even worse. 39.8 defensive grade, 28.9 run defensive grade. And, dude, take your pick. You want to go to the second level? KJ Britt, 6 foot 235, 41.5 overall defensive grade for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, if you look at it right now, the only thing that they're really bringing is their corner, Zion McCollum. You got to say Vita Vea. I'd say their nickel and their edge, Yaya Diaby. He's a dog. All right. So they may bounce him around, but and Tyke Smith, that's their nickel. But outside of that, man, this defense is a sum of all parts, bro. They're not cohesive. They get scored on. And one of the reasons why Tampa Bay is always in a dogfight is because that defense is leaky. So this is a game that's on the offense, in my opinion, squarely on the offense. Defense is going to be able to make things happen. I mean, as far as Baker is concerned, look, Cade Otton, cool. Right? I'll give it to you. Cade Otton is killing right now. You look at what he's doing out of 9 games. The kid has got 44 receptions for 421 yards. Over the past 4 games in a row, he's had at least 75 receiving yards. He's clipping at almost a first down per target, per catch at 9.6 yards a tud. But for me, that's it. That's it. You look at their rushing, Bucky Irving. I mean, what are we doing here, man? He's got 419 rushing yards on the season. Rashad White, 275. They're more glorified receivers than they are running backs. Offensive line. Now, all right, so I love my guys. So offensive line, they bring a little bit to keep it a buck with you, Chuck. They're not bad on offense as far as their O-line. I love Wirfs. Now, as far as like their tackles are concerned, Wirfs is a dog. Godecki. I think it's Godecki. Godecki, he's kind of like Colton McKivitz in a sense, but he's a lot stronger. He's somebody that's really going to make Nick Bosa work, and he's long too, so he's a big body. Right now, their guards, okay, but they've got some serious injuries at their left guard. Brendanson is a guy. Bredesen is a left guard of theirs that's been struggling for a little bit, but right now he's coming back off injury and he's going to be ready to go. So I mean, center Graham Barton is a dog, in my opinion. He just doesn't have the numbers. But right now, in my opinion, it's Cade Otton. I'd say Raheem Jarrett, their other receiver, and Baker Mayfield. Defense should have a good day against these guys. It's the offense.
So now let me ask you this: from the defensive standpoint, and we'll get back to the offense if we have time, but from the defensive standpoint, exactly from what you just listed off and rattled off to me, as far as the offensive line and the lack of wideouts that they have, you broke down the big tight end. Would you play a lot more man or press and blitz a little bit more since they don't truly have the wideouts? Or how would you scheme the defense up against the Bucks this week?
All right, so you got me talking out of my skis now because I'm not a defensive guy. But for me, I got to be honest. What I see is we're far better at zone than we are in man. When we play man, guys get singled out. Devondre Campbell gets singled out. Right. Sometimes when you play man and you put Ronaldo Green locked up on the hash by himself at nickel, he gets singled out. And it's a matchup league. More oftentimes than not, you're going to face a quarterback week to week that can make throws. Right. With us also, when we play man, we get tired very quickly playing man. We just don't have the depth. It's what I see. And when we run man, what happens is that we really put a lot of stress on our defensive line. When you run zone, everybody plays with their face to the line of scrimmage. It's more of a collaborative effort, and then they can play something which I know is called match zone match, right? Where you're matching with a man that's coming into your zone, but the depth of that zone is coming from the top of your zone down. So everybody is always coming downhill when you play a zone match, right? So for me, I like zone better for our team. It allows us to pin our ears back. It allows everybody to be collaborative and talk. Okay. It does take a lot more teamwork where everybody has to flow to the ball, even backside defenders, right? Because anything can leak out the backside. But for me, blitzing and bringing in zone and marrying that together, I would like that. But I also want us to be judicial with blitzing because I don't think that we're a blitzing team yet. We don't have the pieces. So we got to make sure we got to kind of like pick our spots when it comes
100%.
But I really don't have problems with what we've been doing on defense. More so is that I think for us, we've been just so god awful good on defense, right? That people can't stomach the fact that we're a little average now. Right? We're still good, but there's some clear disadvantages, right? And part of it is we don't have a pass rush. So that's how I feel.
100%. And I'm glad you brought up Campbell because that's another issue. There's an eye test and there's the statistics. I don't know what the statistics are saying, but the eye test, this man is trash. He is dog face ugly when it comes to covering. He gets burnt every single time. I don't know what's talking about depth. That shows us we have no depth because every time he gets on the field, I cringe. Just a little. I'm like, please, God, do not send it the words Campbell because if you send it, even when it's not a pass, run. When he's run defense, he's lazy. The way he goes and hits the hole is very lazy. As if he's waiting like, oh, hopefully you don't come my way. But if you come my way, then I'm going to have to play. I just hate seeing that dude. And he's caught us too many times. And some of the losses that we've taken from the eye test that I've seen, I would like to see Winters or somebody else. Please, God, let Greenlaw come back because Campbell ain't it, coach.
Yeah, but I like D Winters. I thought there was hope for Jalen Graham before he got injured. And also, what was the other kid's name? Robinson, the other linebacker. He got hurt in practice. We had some guys there. But for me, Cupcake is hilarious. But for me, I I would like to see a little bit more D winners, right? And also, you know who else
Fact.
I'd like to see?
Who?
Tatum Bethune.
Okay.
I like what he's doing on special teams. In my opinion, he's kind of earned reps, and he has been getting in. I feel like the young guys, I like playing young guys over guys that you know what they are, because at least with the young guys, you can figure out their floor. You don't know how bad they are, right? So you're just like, yo, go play. And then once they start picking up process, you can develop what they're showing you, right? I'd much rather do that and have them making mistakes with a ceiling than using the veteran to play. And I know he's our floor. But if you make the veteran your floor, then you've automatically risen your floor. You see what I'm saying? Like if Devondre Campbell sits, it's like, all right, well, you're a pro. You're new to this. Like, be ready. Be ready. You go
Right.
and be happy to back them up and coach them and be a good teammate and take your money and be a vet. Then you go to the young guys and you play the young guys, because that's how I coached. That's how I got taught how to coach. You bet on yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to bet on the guy that I picked, that I think I can get him ready. And I just got to fool this kid into thinking or not realizing that right now he's in a whole nother world. I just got to get him to go. Right? I got to fool him. You know what I mean? It's like having a young pup. He don't know he young. He don't know he a little pup, but you got to put that dog in him early. You got to feed that drive.
Right.
So you can't baby him. You know, you got to let him know, hey, when he's 2 pounds, you got to treat him like a big dog, because that's what he's going to be anyway. But when you got an old dog, you pace him out in the back of the pack. You sit him down. So at least you know, hey, if I need somebody to come in and just show how it's done for a period of time, I got my old dog with me. But I'm not going to put the old dog out front and watch all the stuff he can't do and watch a slow death. For what? And then on top of it, my young dogs ain't even getting ready. They're not getting no better watching him do it bad.
Jeez.
So, I mean, that's how I see it. It doesn't help the young guys to sit back and watch an older guy do the job bad. At least put the young guy in, so you know what you got, push his ceiling, and then figure out exactly how he plays. And then your floor can be your real backup where, hey, if he can't do it, not only can he know he can't do it, but now he can sit his ass down and watch. And then he's really going to watch. Guess what? Because he knows what it's like. So now he's really going to watch. Now he's really going to be egging to get back in. That's how you do it, in my opinion. So.
Okay. I also wanted to ask you, from the offensive standpoint, C-Mac is coming back in. So usage has been the issue, right? On why if it's how much he used himself during the off season, trying to get in some type of shape. But we all know it's how Kyle ran him, right? Because I just didn't like how Kyle said, well, it could have been from the off season. I don't really look at that. And blah blah. Come on, Kyle. We all seen it. America seen you run him down. So how are you playing C-Mac this week? And are you running with a triple-headed monster, Jordan Mason, Isaac Grendo, and C-Mac? Or are you going to, because of the potential, we don't know what Debo is, questionable. Jennings is coming back from injury as well. How is the offense in your eyes looking tomorrow?
All right, so one thing I'm going to tell you right now is God don't like ugly. And all of this ain't on Kyle. Right. It could have been on Kyle to actually come in and, step in and say, Christian, I understand that we want this touchdown record. I know that we got to get things going to get a Super Bowl season together. But, hey, we got to pace in Jordan. We got to pace in Elijah. Elijah was healthy. People forget that. Elijah was healthy last year. But for me, look, man, I played. And everybody knows what it's like to play in front of a senior or a vet that steals reps. He want all the reps. He don't want to give up no reps. He don't want to take a break. He want everything. He want all the stats, everything. We get to sit back and just watch you do it all. And in my opinion, there was a lot of opportunities for Christian to get off the field last season, and he purposely kept himself on the field. Now, you can look at that from the booth. And if you look at that from the booth and over the color commentator on Fox or ESPN, they're going to color it like Christian McCaffrey. Oh, man, he's a warrior. Kyle Shanahan says he won't come off the field. I mean, oh, my God. He just can't get enough. I mean, San Francisco hit the gold mine when they got Christian McCaffrey. I mean, a true worker indeed. Come on, bro. You already know the deal, right? But how that shit really plays off is if I'm Elijah Mitchell and I'm Jordan Mason, I'm like, bruh, get the fuck off the field, bruh. You got 20 tuds. You tired. Tap your hat. Let me in. Let me work on this. Right? It's not, this ain't high school ball. We ain't Alabama where you play literally one back the whole damn game. Like Sheesh. you could have had anybody coming in there taking in short yardage, and we were still bad at short yardage. That's why we were going 5 wide and losing the damn Super Bowl. That's why third and 4, right before regulations, that would have kept the drive alive to win the game. Kyle's talking about throw the ball to Christian in the slot. So we're not using everybody, guys. Like, this isn't college where for some reason Christian's a senior and Jordan Mason's a junior. No, they're all pros. Everybody can play. And in my opinion, Christian, he got overworked last year. And when he finally got a chance to rest up, his body started settling into some of those nicks and knacks and bruises. I was at the Commanders game last year, and I was literally two rows off their sideline. Man, Christian McCaffrey put on a infomercial for the therapy gun. I swear to God, like if he was modeling that shit, he could have put out a whole motto. When I'm in games and I'm really tight, Theragun, this is what I use. Like, dog, he used that shit the entire game. The entire game. He couldn't sit down the entire game. He had to stay loose the entire game. And Jordan Mason was sitting over there with sunflower seeds. I'm like, this is some bullshit. Like, give him some reps. Like, you clearly are tensing up. You need a break. It's week 17. You really got to get it in against the Commanders? So, look, running backs get old. They fall off cliffs early. To bring in the rest of your question, I think that this is what Kyle's going to do. Christian's going to get over 20 touches, whether it be runs or catches. All right. He's going to be able to get that. And because we're playing against a light foe on defense, it's going to be the Christian show. I really would like to see him pace in a little bit of Isaac Guerrero and Jordan Mason if he's healthy, because it's coming out now that Jordan Mason's been practicing in a blue jersey. But for me, yeah. So for me, I mean, he wasn't right in the last game. You could tell. For me, I just think that they got to be careful with Christian. You know, they got to be careful. My dog is going crazy back there.
Well, what's he doing?
I know. I just got some shoes, and I got the shoes. I looked, I was like, man, these are dope. And I left a box in the middle of the floor. He turned that shit.
He's turning them up.
I hear him right now. That Nike box is done. So, but yeah, man. Hey, Callie, call in, bruh. I love your energy, man. Give me a call next week, brother.
Hey, I'm definitely going to do it. I appreciate you. And right before I leave, can I get a prediction from you? What's the score tomorrow? And everybody in the audience, please smash the like button. I'm tired of watching 140 people in this man's show, and there's only 40 likes. Let's match the likes with the people watching. It's free. You don't have to pay anything to hit the like button. Seriously.
Like me, son. So look. Hello. Hey, I'm gonna give you a prediction. I got the Niners winning tomorrow. I got them winning pretty convincingly. I'm going probably with Niners 31-20, 31-20, 31-20, 24. But I think the Niners are going to hit 30. I think we're going to run the ball over 30 times. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to have a good day. We'll see a little bit of Isaac Guerrero. And look out for a big game from Jawan Jennings. Nobody's really talking about Jawan coming back. Everybody, I know we're excited about Christian, and rightfully so, but in my opinion, Jawan Jennings being back is much, much bigger in my eyes as far as just helping out the receiving corner, being physical at the point of attack. So that's my prediction, brother.
I appreciate you. Much love. I'm out.
Talk to you, brother. Warren G.
What's that? What's that?
On a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. What's going on, brother?
Man, nothing much.
Talk to me, man. How you been?
And I've been pretty good, you know. Watching these Niners win and losing at the same time. Don't know who that is.
I know, man. It is a roller coaster. All right, so talk to me, man. How do you feel about the season coming out? Where do you feel like we need to get better? And how do you feel about the Bucks?
Well, the question is, can we make another Super Bowl run? Can we make it to the Super Bowl? That's the question. But the thing is, can we win our division too? But we put ourselves in a predicament as in we're not executing the offense yet. We're not executing the offense, and defense doing pretty good to put us in the game. We got a subpar defense, but our offense is kicking our ass, our own ass, because we're not executing the plays that Kyle called. That's why I see, like on a 22, you know. But it's just like we getting our own way. And Kyle sometimes he just want to pass the ball. We're gonna be pass happy for some odd reason. But that's not our strength. But I know what I think about it. Says it's like the Super Bowl gave the blueprint to the season. Kyle didn't take that as no origin. You know what I'm saying? He should since they going man, I'm gonna do some man things. So how can you during the all season? He should hey, since this might be the blueprint, you should have been one step ahead of the game. And we might have been.
Go ahead, brother.
We should have been you know what I'm saying? He should have been one step of the game, and you just said, hey, we're gonna do this and trying to match what they trying to do, and we couldn't be a whole lot better where we is today. Yeah.
So I'm gonna start asking this question to everybody for the call-ins, and I'm gonna ask you too, Terradome. Is it realistic for us to say Super Bowl or bust every year?
No.
All right. Okay. And the next question is this one of those years?
If I tell you like this, if we could execute the offense, we could do it. We could do it. We just getting our own way for some odd reason. I have no idea. We be in this offense for 7 years and they can't execute the plays. Come on.
No, I think they can execute. I think there's a depth. The talent has gotten a little older. The talent has changed, and honestly, our system has been evangelized throughout the entire league, and everybody's taking whatever they want. So it's not as unique as it used to be, right? We're talking 8 years, right? The NFL changes literally from year to year. Do we expect our offense to really stay on the cutting edge of ingenuity for 8 years straight?
Kyle the genius. That's what they call him, huh?
That's how you funny.
If you got a genius as an offensive coordinator, you make up plays and all that, just do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I need a prediction from you. Talk to me about the game. Give me a score. Yeah.
I think we should win tomorrow because we came off a bye weekend. Tampa just came off a thrilling Monday night game. And I just look at us, we should win the tomorrow night game. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock game. We should win. I said, go ahead, should be like 24, 16, something like that.
I like that, man.
Something like that, But I think we could do. I think we could do a whole lot better. Really, I know a depth is kind of shallow right now, but you kind of got to use where you at. You know what I'm saying? Because he the one.
Oh man, I'm looking at my hand. You ain't tell me I was this ashy on camera. What? Put on some shea butter. Man, here ashy. You see, I'm in here looking like I'm baking cake. Y'all ain't told me I was this ashy. That's crazy. So nobody in the chat gonna flame my ashy hands to let me know I gotta put on. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. Go ahead, Warren G. Yeah, y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. Go ahead, Warren. Go ahead, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, our offensive line is a whole lot better. Is better than what it used to be, and Pooney did, you know what I'm saying. But he got that right side on lock now. But that's everybody said that the offensive line is gonna be the weakest, might be the weakest, but it's been hold up one of the best. I like our offensive line because
Yeah,
Pooney,
offensive line has been doing good, bro.
right? Pooney may go all right, tackle a little better.
Doing this
You
thing,
know,
man. They playing well together, man. And that's how offensive line does. Each one teach one, gets it together. We moisturize, we shea butter back, baby. We good. You know what I'm saying? But look, all I'm saying is that the offensive line, they have impressed for what we thought they were gonna be. I'm happy with the offensive line. You know, if we could use a new center, that'd be awesome. You know what I'm saying?
I don't give up him.
It is.
Kyle,
So,
for some reason, he stuck with him.
yeah.
Kyle, I don't know why.
Man. But hey, Warren, I'm gonna get at you, bro. Give me a call back. You know what I'm saying? I love your engagement, Brand. Can't wait to talk to you again, man. Hey, tomorrow, man, come stop by for the live show, bro.
Tomorrow, all right. I'm off tomorrow. Yeah, I'm good.
You ain't never seen the live show?
Yeah, I seen a live show. I see. If I'm working on that, I might catch a replay.
Get at me, Warren. I'll holler at you. All right. All right. Okay. So look, before I bring up Terradome, man, let's get a couple of things straight at the Coaches Huddle, man. Look, I try my best to keep my geometry tight, so I don't be coming up here woofing too much. All right. So I usually give myself a cut once a week, you know, gotta shave up the beard. I give you that. But look, if any of y'all in the chat see my hands looking that ashy again and don't nobody say nothing, start blocking folks. Some of the people who I know too. Terradome, I'm looking at you, man. CJ, you see, Pettiford, man, y'all see my hands looking like that? Ashy. Y'all was gonna let me go through a whole call-in show and then get on my little YouTube with my girl and say, hey, babe, you know, I finished the call-in show. And then my girl go look at the call-in show and say, bro, did you see your hands? Look like you've been baking cakes all day. Y'all get it together, Huddle, man. You let me down on that one. Y'all let me down. Let's go, Terradome. Y'all let me down on that one.
Out here looking like Ashy Larry.
Ashy Larry, bro.
From the Dave Chappelle show, and now we're waiting for grits and gravy, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro, I'm sitting over here. I put my hand up. It looked like, I put my hand up. It looked like Kyle Shanahan hand came up from under the dust. I said, who the hell hand is that? I said, what the hell? Oh. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, man.
I see you, DI. What's going on?
To service all my veterans out there, Air Force, Army, Marines, Coast Guard, Space Force, all those who served. Some gave all gave some. Amen.
Let's go, baby.
Amen.
Let's go. I love that, man.
Hey, man, the U just went down to Georgia Tech. My weekend is a little miffed.
I'm
hurt. I'm hurt a little bit, but I'm gonna recover. I think we got a win coming, very much so tomorrow. Early start for us, going from the West Coast to the East, but keys to victory, man. Baker Mayfield is very, very efficient with the ball, 71%. So I looked at him and charted him. It looks like he likes to get it out of his hands rather quickly, and he does it. The majority of it is within 10 yards. He's not a big play guy down the field, especially with the injuries to Godwin and Evans. All right, so he's looking for that guy Auden, Cade Auden. He's looking for 88.
He's a guy.
Whenever he's in trouble, he's looking for 88. Bucky Irvin is a solid back, coach.
Yeah,
he's solid. When I look at him on film, man, he's slow to it and fast through it. You know what I mean? He's got good vision. So
you ain't just hit him with the zone concepts, did you?
Man, he's slow to it and fast through it. I like what I see. He could have fit in really good here in San Francisco as well. We gotta get stout in the middle. Vita Vea is going to be a problem. That matchup with him and Brindle, keep your eye on that. We're going to need big help from Pooney, big help from Banks. He's something to deal with, along with their linebacker White. White looks like he's filling holes, and he's filling them with bad intentions. So they're stout down the middle, but there are going to be opportunities down there, man. And we got to get CMC in the game, if nothing more than opening up the offense to elude them for that extra threat. Even if CMC's not getting it, just having them motion out and running wheel routes against better number 52 versus number 54. I think 52 he struggles a little bit. He struggles a little bit in pass. So when we get that matchup, let's make it happen. Yeah.
Talk usage with Christian McCaffrey. What do you feel? What do you feel like we should do with him from a utilization standpoint?
Definitely in the red zone. Let's get him in the red zone, get that usage going up. I don't think we're going to make him the bell cow that he was. I'm hoping that Kyle will integrate him a little bit more into it, man. But utilize him where we definitely need it, and it's in when we get in the red zone from the 20 on in. I know Christian wants to give it all he's got, and Kyle doesn't mind doing it.
Those days are over.
But we gotta use it a little bit sparingly and make it very, very efficient and make it very, very effective when he's in the game. So definitely in the red zone. I don't know. We're gonna see tomorrow by noon how Kyle will go with this, but that's just my take on it. That's my 50 cents worth of coffee.
Yeah, I love your analysis. Go ahead, man. You got the floor.
Keys to winning: avoid the mistakes, the turnovers, and the dumb false starts. Avoid your mistakes, man. Don't do the dumb stuff.
Go ahead.
And
we together. Let's go.
I got UCMC as a decoy, and on big downs, get Baker Mayfield on the ground. Defense line, get your hands up. Get your hands in the air if you're a true player. I need some knockdowns. I want to see at least 2 to 3 bat downs, pass breakups, balls deflected, in this game. We got to get Baker Mayfield, who's a little bit vertically challenged. I think he's going about 6 feet, 6'1". They might cheat it up a little bit. And let this ground game, we're gonna have to run it off tackle and in the perimeter. Not a lot of gut, but off tackle where Garindo really can thrive. And what else I got here? Baker, they use Sterling Shepard, number 15, on some plays here and there. So keep your eye on him when he's in motion. And Fred Warner, have a day, man. Have a day. Number 87 usually is the escort. He's taking you to the play. Look for 87 on the slice concept. Look for him on the offset, and you're gonna be in the mix. They like to screen. They like to short. They like to shallow. They like to quick out. Be ready. Be ready. Let's get it.
You're talking about Payne Durham. Payne Durham is their big black and tight end, right? 6'6", 253.
That's him. Payne Durham. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Number
Payne Durham's a dog. Really,
taking you to the play.
It is, man. If you look at his PFF blocking grade, his run blocking grade is 70.2 on PFF right now. Everything else is pretty much anemic. He doesn't have anything over 55.5 for an offensive grade or receiving grade, which is a 46.9. But his blocking grade, he can block.
He can block. He can block, and they utilize them. They're a smart team, and they got players. They got a really, really good corner. Zion McCollum is ranked number 1
He's a dog.
Corners in the entire National Football League. Number 1. He makes plays. He makes plays.
Shout out to Houston State.
Yeah, man. When I looked at him on a couple of subsequent games, man, he likes to cover, he likes to position, and he fights at the point of the ball. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. Let's stay away from him and work to the other sides in the middle. Third and Jawan will be back. That
I want to step in here. I want to step in here. Number one, I love Third and Jawan, but
I do too.
But he got him a dog on him this week. Tyke Smith, that nickel.
Number
23.
Yeah.
He a dog. Look, he got a 86. He got an 86.5 run grade on PFF. Run grade in the corner. You know he a force defender.
Physical.
Force defender.
That's what I like to say. Yeah, they got some ballers, man.
We gonna see a lot of physicality on that edge between this boy who basically got a run defensive grade like he an edge and he playing corner against Juwan Jennings. That's gonna be the matchup for me. Tyke Smith versus Juwan Jennings. That's gonna be a hell of a matchup. Right now, like you said, Vita Vea on the inside versus Aaron Banks, and they got to be fools not to put Vita Vea at the 0 and put him over Jake Brindle and just let him go to work.
That's what I would do. And great minds think alike. If I'm looking at the San Francisco 49ers, I'm like, man, as far as the interior, let's go at this guy Brindle.
I ain't even shading him. If we was if we was in Tampa this week and they like, hey, coach, so what's the game plan for defense? Hey, no shades, bro. We ain't shading him. We putting him at the 0 and all day. We're gonna have to make you work with it, or you can't pull him. You can't help him. You can't two-man me. You ain't scooping me. I'm getting so much penetration. You ain't doubling me. They're like, I'm putting Vita Vea right on Jake Brindle. 4 quarters, 6, the whole game. So
that's what I would do.
Now, I will tell you this. Now, I'm being honest. Now, Jake Brindle, it's easy to go in on Jake, right? And talk about, the vulnerabilities, which is cool. However, what he does do, he does very good with zero techs. There's something about And you watch the film, bro.
I got to shout before we go any further. I got to shout you out. I think it was 2 weeks ago after we played Kansas City, man. Your dissertation on the offensive line and how you were breaking down the steps, popping the hips, we call it pronate and supinate, man. Next level. Absolutely. Awesome and spot on. I jumped on in the chat. I said, "Oh, we in the film room here, y'all. Yeah, we got us as an offensive line coach, better than the one we have currently."
Don't do that. Yo, hey, look
on the San Francisco 49ers.
I'll tell you this, and this is God's honest truth. This is God's honest truth.
Talk to me
now. There's coaches, and then there's guys who can coach. That's 2 completely different things now.
Yes, sir. Now,
you know that.
Talk to me.
I like to look at the bedside manner. I got to see if you put your hands on the product or not, or if you out there just khaki in it and headsetting all damn day. Are you correcting some shit that you see in the now?
There it is.
He ain't having that.
There it is. And not accepting mediocrity and paying a penalty for that.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, bro. Yeah.
You got to get at these players sometimes your kids like to play with you in public. You know what I'm saying? They think they can get away with some stuff because we around people. And that's when you really got to snap it like, you thought you want to go get lit up in the mall? What?
Man, Daddy used to just have a look. If he was reading the newspaper and just looked at me.
Yeah. You think just because we at church, I won't dress you down in church?
Boy, you don't know me.
So
you don't know me out here.
I tell you, just to get back to keep it on point, I get that from Coach Forrester.
Okay.
During the games, if Coach Forrester sees some shit that he don't like,
all right,
he will instruct the hell out of them boys during the entire. He's a hard-working coach, man. I got to give him that. He's a hard-working man. He earned his dinner. He earns his dinner at night. He earns his dinner. So,
all right.
I'll tell you that. Now, if you got him in a room by himself, I bet you tell you he don't like the guys that he has to coach. Because as an offensive line guy, you always gonna want the silverback, man. Miss me with the cosmopolitan New Day athlete. I want 6+, 300+. I want 400-pound bench. I want 600-pound squat. I don't give a fuck about what scheme we run.
And Coach, he put me off when he said, I'd rather us go out and get guys who touch the ball. That really put me off, man. I'm like, no, you don't. I want the biggest, nastiest, dominant offensive line I can get my hands on. I want dancing bears. I want to dominate. Every great dynasty had dominant offensive line because the offensive line becomes an extension of your defense. Every great defense, if you think about great defenses throughout history, the offensive line and the running game of said offensive line has been there. 76 Steelers, the beast mode with the Seahawks, Allstott, and Warwick Dunn with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of 2003.
Yeah.
It's an extension because you went at them all season, all off season. The great San Francisco 49ers of 84, Sapolo.
Come on, man.
Martin.
Come on, man.
Those guys, man. Guy McIntyre. Shout out Bubba Parrish. Shout out the offensive line. That's the engine of the car. And if something is wrong with that engine, that car ain't worth nothing.
Hey, bro, look, I look at it from a standpoint of no matter how many 4-4s you clock in draws, you still got to put the pads on. And no matter what running back, tight end, quarterback, wide receiver, the ball always starts on the line of scrimmage in between the trenches. It starts with us.
That's
I don't
the
care.
starter.
You can't run it if you can't block it. Period. Without us, it's fucking flag football.
It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
So
you might as well go ahead and play 7-on-7, and that will be cute in the months of August. That's real pretty in September. But boy, after Thanksgiving, when you need that meat, pause. When you need that pork, pause. You need them hogs up front. We getting dirty. We getting nasty. That is what wins games in the postseason.
Hey, Terradome, I'm gonna tell you this right now. There's a silver lining to this whole little rant, and that is the offensive line has been much better than we anticipated them being this season.
And I thank you for your breakdown. You were showing me McKivitz with the hand.
Bro, his inside hand is so much stronger now.
McKivitz is getting. Look, I was the biggest proponent of getting them out of here, but week to week, I see gradual success. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. And I see McKivitz. You all right, man? I see you. I see you.
Like, so I see glimpses of not like them being better, but actual progress, right?
Yes.
Trent is always going to be Trent, right? I'll be honest with you. You right? But I will tell you this. The best thing about our offensive line is that they're going to get rejuvenated because they've been doing the best as the team is doing its worst. And they can only get better with the emergence of Jawan Jennings coming back. You're going to get Christian McCaffrey coming back. I think Isaac Guerrero, like, do you understand how advantageous it is to have a back like Isaac Guerrero that can be feared, where linemen, if you get a back that fast, the point of attack becomes a lot faster and quicker because this guy can move.
It's so right off the impact, right off the snap.
So now
right there. So
now it's a dance. We moving now, right? So now it's not more, hey, meet to the point of attack, pop hips, keep hands going. It's more, hey, keep your feet running because we moving, boy. And we got a dude that if you keep fucking around and you get to that edge, that's your ass.
Boy, And people make business decisions out there when you wearing them sweet jerseys, number 20, number 11, number 5, number 1. Those little numbers start making business decisions and start sticking that hand out. You know, ooh, that boy 235. Let me you see it with King Henry.
I'm gonna close with this. This is my biggest thing for Kyle. If I had a beer with Kyle and me and Kyle just had a beer and I'm sitting down with him, I tell him like, hey, bro, we all know that you're the head coach. Just facilitate them. Let them go out there and go win it. They know what to do.
That's it.
They know. You know how many times that they've been there? You know how many games that these boys done played? Take your hand off of them, man.
Yes.
Give them an offense that they can go do something with it. Stop stopping and starting. Dude, I'm going to tell you this right now. It's like boxing, bruh. Come on.
Preach it.
So when you box, right, it's all about making a dude reset, right? You got to get to him before he resets, because if you keep making him reset off your jab and off your space, what happens is that he's always going to be dealing with you off of his primary punch, right? He never going to be thinking about counter. He never going to be thinking about body. He never going to be thinking about hook. He can't even get his jab off because you are too quick trying to see him get in rhythm.
Yeah.
Our thing is that teams, they keep jabbing us before we get. It's like, pop. Oh, okay. You got me. It's like beating us to the punch, and we spend so many drives offensively getting beaten to the punch. Where, hey man, put these boys in a position where they can just put a hat on a hat and get downhill
and get there. You got the horses to do it. You out there looking around at plays and thinking about this and that and changing the snap count. We need double motion, 98 block pass special, green right. Line up 70 chip. I'm getting 4 yards. I'm coming back 70. Bob Trey O. Hit it again. Why don't we run screens? Why don't we run screens?
Do you know? Can you answer that?
Hold on.
Not slip screens to Debo. I'm talking about screens.
Underneath them screens where I could get these athletic boys out and about.
Why don't we run screens?
I don't know.
When's the last time you seen the 49ers get an offensive pass interference play for a rub route?
We almost had one last week. I gotta admit, and Johnny Dales is probably watching. I was there. Okay. I don't see any rubs. I don't see anything. And we ran it. Kittle scored against the Dallas Cowboys. And I thought they were going to take it back. I said, finally, a rub route.
But we don't run them, though, do we?
I hadn't seen it all year. I hadn't seen it. And it's just the basic. It's screaming for you to do this. That's a man beater.
It's almost like it's day one install shit that it feels like they skipped all of day one install.
They skipped day one.
Like we don't need that shit. Let's get to what we really can do.
We're going to algebra 2, even though y'all ain't have multiplication. We
went straight to calculus. We over here running 5 wide on the 22-yard line with double move routes with play action.
Yes, play action and some let's go with some pre-snap motion and then a legal procedure. Or
all of this is supposed to be we can't run 2 minutes.
Come on, man. Come on.
That's what questions people who know basic. I know basic football. I ain't special. I'm not special.
I'm Mr. Basic here. Line up and beat the hell out of people. This tackle football. It ain't but 3 sports or 3 competitive contests where you can just out physical a man, even though they may be a superior athlete. You got football, boxing, and hockey. You could be the superior athlete all you want. But boy, when I come out here and put this 250, 260 on you for a minute, I will change the outcome.
I would say wrestling as well. Wrestling. I took wrestling for 2 years, and I was like, my God, this is a little too intense for me.
Yeah.
And that was a serious situation.
But they put you in that thing.
I just feel like my only thing with this offense is I know basic football. I don't claim to know all of these, exquisite, avant-garde concepts. I don't know.
Earnhardt Perkins.
Yeah. I don't know all of that shit, right?
Concept of Mills.
I come from hat on a hat. You don't try something out until you could prove you do something first, right?
Yes.
I came up under offensive coordinators that it was like, dude, we're running the ball 10 times before we pass the ball.
Yeah.
We're going to run all of our runs and figure out what the defense look like, and then we're going to pass the ball. And then we'll do play action off of that. Because we earned it.
And they got to respect it. Now they got to suck the linebackers up, creating one of 3 things in a successful play. You need a mismatch, an opening, and an angle. You get 2 of those 3 in any play design, you gonna have a successful play. But you can't create. And why don't we go after the mismatches? If Brock looks down the line and see a sorry dude on Debo Samuel, hey Debo, give me something.
Hey, and you know what? And to be honest with you, I don't even think that's on the players. I think that's another thing that's on Kyle, because I realize that too. I don't think that they have the autonomy to, in the now, see something that they know because they've been watching film, or see something that they know because, dare I say, they're playing and we're not. Right? Like, hello? Like, you can't see it all from the sidelines, bro.
Exactly.
Right? And I don't think that they have that type of freedom to say, you know what, Kyle, you're gonna have to sit this one out. We see something. I think if that happened, number one, even if it worked, we would clearly see Kyle flip out. I don't think he would like that at all.
No, that's not what I called. It's supposed to go to that guy.
Oh, but then again,
right there. It's a touchdown, Kyle.
That's another element to the game that we don't get to have on Sundays. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's another weapon that we may go see another team and they may have that, but we can't do anything about that. Right? We can't take advantage of their defense that way. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this regime is incredibly wound tight, and it's helped them out justly. But now they got to loosen up the grip a little bit, because they got to start letting some other new things permeate this team.
Yes. So, you got to let them get their identity and their stamp. We've been for 8 games, we've been looking around saying, hey, what's the identity here? What's the identity? Y'all will shape the identity. It's not just your coach. You make the identity. Are you going to be a hit you in the mouth team? Are you going to be a straight up get down and get it? Are you going to be precision? Are you going to be a finesse, throw it and just lay down kind of guy? Y'all formulate that, and he will dictate to your identity. That's what that should be, not the other way around. Oh, we're going to be what I want them to be. No, man. No.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't even think it. We got to be quick, because JC, thank you so much for JC in there grubbing. He in there grubbing. He good. JC grubbing. Hold on. So we got JC chilling. We good. JC was ready to go up there. He got us something to eat. Go ahead, JC.
What he eating? Probably a cheesesteak.
Nah. What you got there, JC? What you eating, man? So what he got? He got the tacos with the burrito and the Coke.
Oh, he's going game day.
Hold up. So we gonna get JC up here pretty soon, bro. But look, so now, like I was saying, is you look at what we have with our team, and for me, I feel like we look at it as kind of like a like a push and pull, like Kyle won't let them do this, and they got to be so upset, and that may be true in certain instances, but honestly, I think that Kyle has them believing, like, hey, Kyle said that this is going to work, so this is going to work, right?
Okay.
These are the plays, so it's gonna work, right?
Fair. Yeah.
Now, and the only reason why I believe that is because you start to see the distrust when they lose, right?
Yeah.
And the frustration when they lose, and the tweets and all of the little chirping that happens when they lose, right?
Yeah.
And when they lose, you hear like a lot of the narrative of when they lose is, I didn't get it. Like, BA, forgot about what got you there. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't target me, right? Things like that. You know, that's like, knowing that is kind of like, motherfucker, you really had a game plan built in for 14 targets for this motherfucker the whole game?
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Now,
and I see, you know who's a good barometer? Kittle. Kittle will come to that press conference, to the presser, and be like, hey, what's wrong running the ball?
Yeah, exactly.
What's wrong with it?
That'll be his way of going at Kyle. Like, I don't understand
we
why we
know
don't
who
run the
that
ball.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, we thank God we finally started running the ball. It's like, yo, get off that shit. Let's run the ball. This is what we do well, right? So
whose dad is a offensive line coach.
Well, let's be real, man. The best thing that could have ever happened for this avant-garde, like, great ingenuitive offense, the best thing that could have happened for this offense is that when they were going so hardcore on the run, that they just so happened to have fucking John Elway be the fucking test baby for this offense.
Yes,
like,
sir.
People,
ultimate. John Elway was my LeBron James before LeBron James.
People have no idea how
goated. Understand, please, y'all young folks. Please look at the athlete that John Elway. In my ranking, I used to have Montana Elway 1A, 1B.
John Elway was the white Dion. He was the white Dion, bro.
Elway had a contract for the Yankees.
Think about it.
I mean, he said, I ain't going to Baltimore.
He said,
I'm going to play for Steinbrenner. First round. Elway was it, dude. Elway was the truth.
So for me, when I look at that offense, it's like, yeah, Terrell Davis did an amazing job, and he did because John was on his way out. I get all that.
Yeah.
But you ain't gonna sit here and act like you didn't have a straight dog at quarterback for them offenses that can make all of those throws. So
very respected.
So that's been the problem with this offense, in my opinion, from the genesis, is that you found success with it from getting the average offensive linemen, the 3 yards in the cloud of dust guys. You put in your running backs that are specialized for the zone. All of that works, but you forgot to say you had a Hall of Famer at quarterback holding down your anemic pass game.
That helps a great deal.
It may help a little bit.
You have a Elway, a Marino, a Kelly, that's pretty tremendous there. And Elway was it. Elway.
Dome, I love the call, man. I'm about to get JC in here. I got Jeremy. You got Jeremy that just popped in. Hey, brother.
All right, man.
Pop in for the show tomorrow, man.
All right, my brother. Hey, get a little lotion.
I see butter, baby. We're jiggling, baby. Go ahead, baby.
Hey, brother. Yeah, I got you.
I got that soul glow. Hey, JC, what's good, bruh?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Hey, man, thank you so much for your patience, brother. How you been, man? You put on the glasses. I'm gonna keep the lokes on. Jeremy, where your lokes at? Put your lokes on, Jeremy.
So guess what, man? I'm out here in Juarez, Mexico right now.
Okay.
What you know about these kind of cokes?
Bro, you got the dun, dun, da, da, da. I'm loving it. You got those are fire.
These cokes are on steroids, man. One of the best cokes you can have is a Mexican coke.
Mexican cokes are fire.
I don't know
man.
if the chat can agree on that. And look, let me just show you. I don't know if you can see, man.
Look at my man over here with the mama's biscuits. You got the burrito. You got the tacos. Can I go? I want to go. Hey.
So I just wanted to stop by, man. Say keep doing a great job, man. I enjoy your content.
Thank you, brother.
You know what? One of the best things I like about you, man,
Thank
is
you.
that
Talk to me.
you talk about football, but you bring up little like anecdotes, little stories. You tie everything up into something funny, man. I'm always cracking up.
Thank you, man.
I don't know. That's your special power right there, man, is to make people laugh, bro. It's like really, really hilarious the way you tie football into like little stories, man. It's just so funny. It's so unique too. I don't hear anybody doing that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just my experiences. You know, I've been a football dude. I've been a football kid since. I mean, that's my little brother over my shoulder right here, right? Me and my little bro. You know, this is what we know, man. I've been a football kid. That's me with my great grandmother, and that's me at 10. I was a Big 10. You know, so, dude, football is a family thing. You know, my little bro played. I played. I ended up coaching. And it's been like it's just been there every step of the way. So all of the phases of my life, I can kind of marry it to what was going on in football at the time. You know what I mean? So it's a lot easier for me to tie things together. And just and also I didn't have like a 5-star, like all-star career. So I went through football like the everyman way. Like I did the normal shit. Like I played college where we didn't look good. Like I coached at schools where we were good, but didn't nobody care. Like we was a little HBCU school, right? So you know, it's just my flavor, bro. Everybody else has theirs, and I think authenticity is what comes through the most.
All right, man. Just keep up the great work. Enjoy your content. Love the guests you bring on. Love you when you're in some other people's shows. So
Mm-hmm.
keep it up, bro. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get back to these tacos now, man.
Hey, yo, kill them tacos. Eat one for me, bro. Holla at you.
All right, man. Have a
All right, bro. Jeremy, what up, no?
What's up? How you doing? Nice to meet you,
I'm
man.
good, brother. Let me take my looks off. Oh, we getting back. I don't want to make you feel
No,
uncomfortable.
it's
What's
okay. You
good,
can
man?
keep it on. You can keep it on.
Okay, the looks on.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just
what's
wanted
good,
to. Yeah, you can keep it on. Yeah, I just wanted to jump on and say, hello, what's up? I saw the link. So I watch your content every single week. You and Grant, like I watch you guys literally every single week talk about the Niners, and I'm like, I'm always tuned in because
right.
The thing I like about you guys is that you guys are very honest and blunt about the Niners. You guys are not like regular fans that just, you're not one of those delusional fans. You guys actually talk some real stuff about the Niners, and I love y'all content. So I really appreciate it. And y'all know y'all football, so I've been a football fan ever since I was a kid. So
I'm already hearing it, man. What part of New York you from? You from New York? Where you from?
Yeah, I'm from the Bronx, man.
I know you're from the BX or BNX.
I'm from the BX. Yeah, you can hear it right.
I was like, yo, hear the chopped cheese. I was like, yo, he's from one of the boroughs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, one of the boroughs, man. Just saying, Bronx fan, but I love my football, man.
Hey, man.
So,
hey, give me a prediction before you get out of here, bro.
Prediction. I'm hoping that the Niners run the table. Like I know they've been dealing with injuries. I know McCaffrey's been out. They still waiting for Greenlaw to come.
Hold on. You just said that you like the fact that we be keeping it real on here. Then you gonna talk about some running the table, boy. If you don't stop.
No, here's why. Here's why. Here's why.
All right,
because
I'm listening.
I'm thinking about it. If you remember 2022. Where after the 49ers lost to the Chiefs, after they got blown out by the Chiefs, and Garoppolo was still the quarterback, they were undefeated even after Garoppolo got hurt in Miami, and then Purdy came in. They were undefeated until the NFC Championship game. And you know that if it wasn't for Purdy getting hurt, they would have won the NFC Championship game, in my opinion. But they're getting everybody back. It was a bye week. Yes, the Kansas City lost. I was pissed off when they lost to Kansas City because I'm like, it's like you can't beat them. It's like you show that you can't beat them. But if they could just take it one game at a time, run the table. Because if you look at the schedule don't look that bad. I mean, yes, they got Green Bay.
You bugging.
And then after that,
I'm about to give it to New York, which you wilding, son. You wilding right now.
I mean, look, if there's anybody that could do it, the roster that they got, and also if McCaffrey comes back and he looks like 70%, 60% or 70% of himself, then I think the Niners could do it. They could I'm not saying they're gonna get the number 1 seed, right? Because the Lions look good. But if you look at the NFC, like, be honest, other than the Lions, who really are you scared of in the NFC?
Dog, like, the Rams in our division.
Okay, but then the Niners mostly always beat the Rams. Like even when the Niners, even in 2021, when the Niners was 9-7 or 7 or 10-7, they beat the Rams twice, and they almost beat the Rams in the NFC Championship game.
I'm about to get at you on some New York shit. You dead ass? You dead ass right now?
I watch my football, bro. I've been watching the Niners since 2019. So
word to my dead. Word to my dead, my guy. Word to my dead, my guy. You are bugging. You are bugging.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Look, right now, we got to be able to. We still got the Bills. That's the AFC, but we got the Bills. We got the Rams.
Yeah, they tough. Of course.
Come on, son. We got the Lions, and then we still got to close out with the Cardinals. Right? I'm about to see you up the block for a quarter water right now, bro. You bugging. You bugging.
I mean, and what about the Packers? They playing the Packers at Lambeau.
Yeah, they playing them at Lambeau and facts. So what?
I mean, I think they could win that. I think they can win that. I think they can win that. Look, it's not. Of course, it's not the same team that it was last year, but even last year's team had flaws. Even like the loss against the Ravens, the loss against like even the 3-game losing streak early in the year, like it had flaws. And any team, and anytime every time I look at Super Bowl teams, there's always times in the season where you're like, oh, they're not going to win the Super Bowl, but then they end up turning it up at the right time. Look at Kansas City. Did we actually thought Kansas City was going to win last year? I know they got Mahomes,
Jeremy.
I know, but still, like sometimes you guys say it's certain teams that you look at that ends up becoming champions. Like during the season, you're like, oh, this team is actually going to win.
They didn't look as good. I'll give you that. They didn't look good during the season.
Was going to beat the Chiefs.
You thought who?
I thought the Ravens was going to beat the Chiefs because of the defense. Because Baltimore, you saw what Baltimore did to 49ers on Christmas.
Yo, look, bro.
And we said the 49ers. We said all year last year the 49ers was the best team. We saw them what they did to the Philly, what they did to the Eagles, and I was so happy about that. The Ravens looked like the most dominant team last year. Of course, yes, the Chiefs got Mahomes, but I was surprised.
Hold on. So you think we're gonna go undefeated?
I'm not gonna say undefeated, but I'm gonna say that the Niners, they're gonna be better than what they were for first half of the season. They just gotta take it one game at a time.
All right, hold on. So 9 games left.
Maybe, yeah.
9 games
10
left.
games left.
9
maybe
games
they could
left.
go 8-2. Oh, 9 games. I thought it was 10.
Hold on.
I thought it was 8 games. Sorry, I thought it was 10 games. My bad.
9 games left. There's 9 games left. We're 8-8. All right. I mean, we're 4-4. So 9 games left. Give me a record out of 9 games.
Because the games I'm looking at, Packers game.
You want me to give you the games right now? You want me to give you the games so you know what they are?
Yeah, please.
All right. You got the Bucks, obviously, right?
That's a win.
That's a win. All right, so let's do it. 9 games. Bucks. What you got?
That's a win.
All right, Bucks win. Seahawks.
That's a win.
That's a win. Green Bay.
Green Bay, I think that's a win.
At Green Bay. That's a win. And Lambeau.
That's a win.
All right.
That could be a close one. That's a win.
All right, so we go from Lambeau, then we go up to we already go over to your side. We go to New York State. We got to play Buffalo. At Buffalo.
Buffalo, that's a tough one. That one, I don't know. That one, because that could be a game with the 49ers, they could sneak one out. But then if they lose that game, then that could be the one loss. So
a sneak one out ain't in the column. It's win or loss. Come on, because you was in here talking tough. I'm on you. So look, you got the Bucks,
okay.
You got the Seahawks, and you got the Packers. You got the Niners on a 3-game win streak. So you got them going going to Lambeau, winning, and then going to Buffalo. What do you got for Buffalo? You on the clock.
Buffalo, that's a win.
Buffalo, that's a win?
That's a win.
This nigga. All right. Chicago. We get
Chicago, that's a win.
At home, Chicago.
Oh, at home, that's a win.
All right. We got the Rams at home after Chicago.
Is Puka playing?
Hey, dog, throw the mic.
I'm asking, is Puka playing?
Now you want to start asking questions?
Is Puka and Cup
now
playing?
You
That's what I'm
asking
asking.
if people are playing right now. You got us on a 5-game win streak, and now you want to ask if Puka's playing. Dog.
It can happen. It can happen. Okay.
All right, so hold on. So right now we got 5 in a row. You got us beating Tampa, Seattle, Green Bay, the Bills, and the Bears. That's 5 in a row. All right. Rams at home, December 12th. You got that as a win.
That's a win because they should have beat them in week 3. That was a win. That's a win. They should have beat them in week 3. You know that. Okay. You know that. Jennings was having the best game of his life. Jawan Jennings was having the best game of his life. It's what you can prove, Jake.
What you know, it's what you can prove.
Okay.
All right. It ain't what you know, it's what you can prove. Okay. Miami. Give it to me.
Oh, that's the win. Oh, that's a win. Come on, Miami.
Right, at Miami, that's a win. All right. I want y'all to hear this, faithful.
That's a win. That's a win.
All right, okay. Then after we've presumably gone on a 7-game win streak, we come home and we face the Lions.
Week 17. That's a loss.
So you got us going on a 7-win win streak.
That's a loss.
All right, and then we got the Cardinals at Arizona.
That's a win.
8-1. So you got us going 8-1.
Yeah.
If there is ever a time where people say that we have the best fans this is our fan base.
You act like that's impossible. And we've seen the Niners.
Hold on, it's not impossible because
the Niners in the last 3 years they went on runs like this There was times early in the year you thought the Niners. We ain't thought the Niners was going to win the division.
Dog.
2022.
He said Niners can stomach a Bills loss. They need Green Bay Cards in the Rams games. Lions might curb stomp us for real though. The Lions might dog us, brother.
So,
hey, you know what?
Bills. I mean, Bills. Don't get me twisted. Bills. That's a tough one, but then it just depends how the defense is playing. That's what I feel. If the defense don't do no stupid shit like they did against the Cowboys, then
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about because it's people. I see 9-0 in the chat. I see 7-2. I'm gonna keep it tall. I'm gonna be fair. Like you got some people that feeling you. You ain't everybody disagreeing with you in here. But
yeah, because I'm literally thinking about, and I know this is different, but I'm literally thinking about 2022. Garoppolo was still the Garoppolo was still the quarterback. They just got McCaffrey after Kansas City. They got blown out by Kansas City in Levi, and then the next game it was the Rams game. They had to go to SoFi to play the Rams, and then they win. And then they go on a whole run undefeated. And then the Miami game, Garoppolo gets hurt, Purdy gets in. First time Purdy ever seen the field, and they go undefeated until the NFC Championship game against Philly. So it could have happened. It just depends on the defense. Just got to play well. The defense got to stop giving up plays and got to give up tackles. They got to find a way to go home. To go home, like you said, they always need to find a way to go home. So if Bosa could get sacks, because it's like Bosa's not playing the same way he's played in 2022, in my opinion. The only player on defense that's consistent is All-Pro Fred. And Fred is the best linebacker in football.
So how do you feel about 10-7? Because I this is what I have too. Sell and Big Dez. I have this too. I got us going 10-7, which means that for the rest of the season, we're going to lose 3 more games, in my opinion. My 3 losses, right, and I'm going to wrap it up because I see Travis in here. My 3 losses, my 3 losses for the season are the Bills, the Rams, and the Lions. I think we may lose to the Bills. I'm not a big Jordan Love guy, even though Jordan Love is a plus athlete. I just don't think he's going to beat us. I think the Seahawks we're better than the Seahawks. We're going to start out the gate and get something going with the Bucks. But I think we're going to run into something, especially going to the Packers, going from Lambeau all the way over to upstate New York to go face the Bills, going against a quarterback in Josh Allen, which we know that we struggle with. We struggle with athletic quarterbacks. I got us losing to the Bills, going home and beating the Bears. I got us losing to the Rams, going out to Miami, beating Miami, coming back home, losing to the Lions, and then going to Arizona and closing out the season. So right now, for me, I have us finishing out 10-7, 3 more losses. I don't know if 10-7 wins us the division, especially if we lose to the Rams. If we lose to the Rams, it's over. If we lose to the Rams, it's over because we have to win the division.
But 10-7 took us. Remember, 10-7 took us all the way to the NFC Championship game, with Garoppolo still quarterback and without McCaffrey. So I don't think there's any middling teams anymore, though.
Like teams that may not win their division are still doing well. Like the Commanders may not win their division, but they're still only lost 2 games this season, right? So my thing is that I feel like there's going to be a lot stronger wild card teams this year. So that's why I feel like wild card is out of the question for us, because right now we're not going to fall to wild card. We almost have to aspire to it. So the only way to get over that with teams who actually have handled their business early, like the Commanders, for instance, they haven't played anybody really good. And those who the teams they did play, they lost. But if they can hold on to that big cushion that they have, and I think 7 wins that they have right now, we're dead in the water for wild card at 4-4. What we need to do is we need to go big game hunting and go get the Rams. The only way that in my opinion, that we're actually going to make it to the playoffs is if we win the division. Yeah.
And
I agree with you.
They're going to win
the Commander schedule is a joke. Yeah. But hey, Jeremy,
I believe it.
Give me a call, bro. Hit me up.
Yes.
I would say give me a prediction, but we already know your prediction. We ain't losing shit. So I'll holler at you, bro. Yo, I love the call, bro. Call back, man. All right, brother. Trav.
Hey, come.
Welcome away downtown. Oh, Trav bounced on me. I don't want to I'm going to wait like maybe 30 more seconds for Trav, but Trav is a special guy, man. That's my dog. But guys, there he is. There you go. What's good, brother?
I don't know. Can you hear me? My headset's not working.
I got you, bro. I can hear you.
Oh, shoot. I can't hear you, man.
I can hear you.
Okay, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good, brother. How you doing? You out there? What, you working?
Had to take a quick little break to get in here. There we go.
Are you working?
Yeah, I'm working, man. I do septic, so septic don't sleep.
Hey, man, shit happens all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that's never gonna end is people are always gonna shit.
Hey, man. Hey, you shit when you got to. You shit when you don't need to. Who gives a shit?
Right. Literally. Everybody gives a shit. And everybody takes a shit.
Shout out to the shitters.
There you go. Exactly. How are you, man? You good?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I love your wellness checks on me, man. I'm doing really good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man. All is good in the content streets. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I'm excited for tomorrow's game.
Yes,
so, you know, I'm gearing up, going to get all of my production stuff together tonight so we can be geared up and ready to go tomorrow.
That live show, yep, definitely.
Excited,
that live show's fire, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you going to be in for the live show tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll pop in between church and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll pop in for sure.
Hell yeah, man. You got to get your guy. You gotta get your God, country, and religion. Got to get a little bit of Jesus in before your football. I'm not mad at you. Man.
Hey, talking about country, man. Shout out to our veterans. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing, keeping us safe. My son's in the Marine Corps, so we're a Marine family.
Oh man, hoorah!
Yeah, hoorah! That's right.
Hell yeah, man. So, well, I mean, that's the only real infantry, man. Guys. Oh man, we love the armed forces out here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. I got multiple years of military school myself, family members, good family members. One of my good friends, his father's a command sergeant major, retired. We love the vets out here. This is what we do, vets.
Yeah, definitely. My son just got promoted to corporal, so he's out there killing it in Carolina.
Oh man, where's he at in Carolina? Where's he stationed?
Lejeune.
Hey man, how's he loving it? How long he been in?
He's a year and 13 months.
Okay.
13 months.
What's his MOS?
Well, he went for infantry, hurt his foot, so he couldn't make the MOS. So it's communications right now.
Oh, I know he's chomping at the bit.
Oh, dude, he's a tech guy, man. So
really,
he's building satellites and he's building dishes and receivers and all that stuff, man.
Hey man, look, he'll be another one of these guys that I'll be trying to explain cybersecurity frameworks to down the line. I already know. We'll see him down the line. Get him his clearance. He'll be okay.
I mean, the dude will be retired before me and all that stuff. I mean, he's a 20-year guy. He's making a career out of it. So
hell yeah, good on him.
Yeah, he's making all the right choices. Not following the mistakes that he's seen family make and me make. And as a father, you always want to see your kid do better.
Hell yeah.
It's okay. Go ahead, bro. Sorry,
hey, bro. Give me a prediction, man. Give me a prediction before you get out of here. I don't want to hold you up too much.
30-25.
Niners?
Yeah, definitely not. Come on, man. I'm not going to predict somebody else to beat us. Come on. Hey, you know what? I'm definitely a Niner fan. I'm definitely not going to choose the Bucks to beat us. I mean, we'd have to lose everything for the Bucks to beat us.
I mean, well, Baker. See, I don't want it to be that narrative, Trav. Not that. That's a little too loose. You know what I'm saying? Like they are a good team. They've lost some very close games. Yep. And you know what? I'll say this. I have them winning. You have them winning. Majority of the fan base here has them winning. But I'll say this, and I want everybody to remember this. They played the Chiefs better than we did.
They did. I mean, down to the wire, man.
Don't forget that.
Exactly.
They played the Chiefs better. They lost, but you can't tell me that you didn't watch our game versus the Chiefs and their game versus the Chiefs and say that they didn't have a better go of it than we did. So take with what you will. All right? It's still the NFL. But I walked away from that game and I said to myself, damn, they gave the Chiefs hell.
Yeah, definitely.
So, hey, man, I love you, bro. I
love you too, man. This is awesome.
Keep calling back, bro. You know I love you. Man. I love you, bro.
Oh, wait. Where's my music? My music.
Hold on. Let's go. Hold on. I got to get you going. Hold on.
That's right.
You got to get your music.
There we go. We can talk with the music in the background. Heck yeah.
I got you, brother. We'll talk.
Hey, man, I'm married to a perfectionist, so I know how much that drove you crazy when that music wouldn't quit. But man, I'll tell you what, bro, you handled it like a champ. And dude, I mean, it's life. That kind of stuff happens, bro.
It happens, bro. I was seething. I was seething, bro. But hey, man, thank you so much.
I was watching. I could see. I was like, calm down, coach. We're all having fun. Calm down. It's good.
I was not having fun. Hey, I'll get at you, bro. We'll talk, bro.
There we go. All
right. Yo, hey, man, I love Trav, bro. I love his engagement, man. Trav is my guy, bro. Seriously. Hey, guys, that wraps up the Coaches Huddle for today, man. We're done with the call-in show. You guys were amazing. Tomorrow, be here for the live watch party. It's the 49ers versus the Bucks. I'm going to be here. You know how we get down. We're going to have the tail of the tape. We're going to have off keys on offense, keys on defense. We also may have a little surprise guest that may pop in during the live show. So stay tuned for that. I'm sure most of you guys who are in the 49ers content community, you guys are going to notice this dude. It's going to be a welcomed visit. You guys, it's going to be really fun if he comes through. Afterwards, you guys always know once the game is over, we do post-game, walk through the post-game interviews, and we walk through the post-game analysis of how we felt about the game. And that entire thing is going to last us at least 3 to 4 hours. So it's a marathon. I love all you guys for linking up with me. Before we get out of here, I gotta have to read some super chats. Like Gammon Brown, $2. Rocky Mount Razorback, what made you call in? Thank you. That just goes to show you how long ago I should have answered that super chat. Brother Bob, Kyle Levy, $2. Run the ball, Kyle Levy. What's up, coach? We better win. I get that as well. Manhattan John, $4.99. Thank you. Jake Moody's gonna look solid. Are we gonna be holding our breath on every field goal this weekend? Look, man, kickers are people too. We try our best. All right. What I want right now is let's just keep the kicker healthy, John. Let's start there. All right. And lastly, Brother Bob, Kyle Levy, $2. Thank you, brother. Your ass can't see you ashy. Lord have mercy, you blind. I didn't know I was ashy. You know, you feel when you ashy, you feel it, right? You're like, I'm feeling papery. Like, wow, like, what's going on with my hands? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that I was that ashy until I put my hand up on my face and it looked like I was like, man, what the hell? So, like, it's Dads, you too. You saw me in here, ashy. Don't let me be in here. Y'all, look, Coach love everybody, man. But, hey, there's cultural things that are just no-nos. And in the Black community, you can't walk out the house ashy. We know this. When I press record on this camera, that's me walking out the house. If any of y'all see me unmoisturized, pause, all right? But if you see me ashy Larry out here, where you're like, damn, coach looked like he just ate a powdered donut. Damn, coach, look at Coach ashy ass lips. Oh man, look at Coach hands is crazy. Coach, or if I put my hand up and it looked like my elbow got a white dot on it, you're like, hey man, coach, do something with them ashy ass elbows, cuz I will not be mad at you. Trust me. All right. I'm telling you, y'all need to understand that we family. I'm that dude where if you come over my house 3 times, and ask me the third time, like, hey, can I go get something to drink? It's like, bro, you know where to get the cups, bro. You act right, bro. You ain't a visitor no more. I'm about to ask you to take out the trash next. So we all family, bro. If you see me in here ashy, say something. Be like, coach, you ashy. Okay? Hey, as we know, it's going to be live and direct tomorrow. Come in for the live watch party. I love every last one of you guys. Thank you so much for the movement. As you guys can see, we are readily approaching 10,000 subscribers. Keep passing this stuff around. Guys, I feel the love. I feel the growth. And today was a good one. See you tomorrow. This is the coach. Stay low and keep your feet moving. I was supposed to end the stream.